Hey witches, mystics, manifestors, and people who just like tarot. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's pick a card reading, we're looking at what and how are you changing? So what's changing around you and how you yourself could be changing things or just changing in general. So for our selection here today, we have this perler bead art. For group number 1, we have a lipstick. For group number 2, we have this flower. And for group number 3, we have Betty Boop. So take your time to choose which one's calling out to you the most, and when you're ready, head to the description or comment section to click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose the lipstick, and then we have Strength, Six of Cups, the Hermit, Page of Wands, and Two of Swords. So for what and how are you changing, the first thing I see instantly is you are having the power, the strength, you have reflected enough on this to decide to move forward away from the past people. It's kind of like saying out loud, enough is enough, I need change. What do I have to leave behind in order to get where I want to be, or feel better, or have something move and change instead of being stagnant? And with the Strength card, Six of Cups, the Hermit, this is basically having the strength to move forward, even if it means needing to do something by yourself, go on a new journey, new adventure by yourself. You're ready for it. I also see this as outgrowing your environment, outgrowing friends, a partnership, a romantic partnership. This is like needing to leave and do something new, but it's like, it's bittersweet because you want to stay. You might love those friends, family, that partnership, right? You might like all those people, love all those people, but something has to change. It's not working. You don't feel right. It's not making sense anymore. So you have to have the strength to move forward, and that's what you're doing. So you're going to be potentially leaving behind friendships, breaking up with someone, moving away from family that you outgrew as well. But there's a big sense of needing to walk away from the past and what is holding you back. This also could be leaving behind a goal or a dream of yours that you feel like isn't worth pursuing anymore, or even if you are successful at it or are pursuing it, it's just like you're having a change of heart. Something needs to be ended, let go of. You're walking away from it because even if it was good for a while, or you're having success or whatever, it's just something that is no longer fulfilling you. You have to move away from it. It reminds you too much of what is gone, or an old version of yourself. You're moving into a new version of yourself, and everything has to change in order for that new version to be actualized into reality. And I sense that feeling of, even if you're alone, so like, it doesn't all have to be like, oh, I have to instantly cut someone out. This could just be becoming more distant from people. For some of you, it will be cutting people out. But for others, it could just be the distance forming, happening, talking less. With the Hermit, Page of Wands, Two of Swords, this is you willing to go the distance, going out by yourself. Kind of scary, right? But you want to do that so you can grow. And you're willing to take this choice, make this decision, and choose better. It can be hard here because this is showing some confusion, but you're wanting to do it anyway. So this is encouragement to you from the universe that if you are feeling called to do all of this, do it anyway. Even if it's scary, even if you're alone, you'll benefit anyway. It requires that strength, though, to make the first move, to do that first step or first few steps and then stick with them, right? Not changing things to go back to the way they were because they're comfortable. This is like completely outgrowing everything and needing to say those goodbyes, needing to move someplace else, because even if you go back or you're in that same environment around the same people, the time has changed, right? Everything's different anyway. You can't recreate it. So it's time to say goodbye. That's what I feel here. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else comes through for you. Okay, with these cards here, we have release, let it go, bliss, contentment is at hand, and I'll get to these two in a second. But yes, releasing things, letting go of things. There's something you have to completely move on from, and maybe you've been thinking about this for a while, but you have that little bit of hesitation, right? That little bit of confusion. But yeah, this is once again a confirmation. Push past it and move forward. That's okay. I also think with release, this is saying once you do move on completely, you finalize your choices, this is that relief of not being attached to what is no longer serving you, not being attached to something that once might have given you joy, but now makes you kind of sad, right? Makes you kind of depressed. It could be, hanging out with people that you used to really enjoy where you went, the conversations, but something shifts over time. And in that hangout, you're like, what are we doing? Like, what has changed? Something doesn't click or align anymore. And instead of keeping that going forever just because you did it before, if something has shifted, it's okay to end it. And after you do that, you'll feel that relief of not being stuck in obligation just because. That's what I feel here, like finally pushing past that attachment, and it frees up your time for new situations, new people that are matching you more now. And sometimes this happens too, not because you're bad, the other people are bad either. It could be sometimes like people doing crazy stuff you don't want to be a part of, but it could just be like different life paths, needing to do something different because that's also part of your purpose. You're meant to go someplace else. That person's meant to go someplace else. It doesn't always have to be something sad or horrible happening. This to me feels like you're finally going to let go of what's holding you back to outside of relationships. This is having the strength to trust your own choice to make a major life change, okay? So obviously, no matter what your age is, we all have made choices to change something in our life, but you guys could approach that with disbelief or not fully trusting yourself. Always in fear sometimes too, maybe making choices out of fear, but don't do this. Try to make a choice out of what good can come from this, even if you're altering something, even if you're taking something away. Well, how eventually can you add back something more? Try to approach it with a mindset of, how can I make a choice out of the love it could bring my life, the happiness it could bring, instead of just through the sad lens of what is it taking away from me? And then bliss, contentment is at hand. Yeah, you're right on the cusp of enjoying things more, having more for yourself, but you have those last bit of barriers that you have to push down. Some of this is yourself not believing, and then not leaving what you know you have to leave because you're afraid, or you're afraid you're going to miss it. You might. I'm not going to say you're not, but there's something better around the corner, and you could be in a situation where it's like it's not going to be the same level of good it was. That has passed. It has peaked. And then we have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So yes, what you've been doing, like self-reflecting on the changes you want to make, that's paying off. It's giving you clarity towards where you want to go. It's giving you an idea of what you have to do in order to reach what you want. That's a big theme in your pile. Trying to reach your highest potential, trying to connect with people who are at the same level. Something I think of is, you're friends with someone, but they're not encouraging your dreams, right? Like you say, oh, I got a degree in nursing, and I want to be a nurse, and you're doing that, but maybe you have some trouble with it. And instead of encouraging you, the person's just like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have got that degree. You should quit nursing. Like, I don't know, something crazy, instead of just acknowledging, oh yeah, nursing's a tough job, but you should continue. Like, this person could be doing stuff so you don't continue with something that could be rewarding for you. It's one thing if it's truly, that's good advice, right? It depends on the situation. I'm trying to give an example that shows how someone might not be supportive. Like, someone is saying you should quit something even though you put in all this effort. You still like it, but it could be challenging. Like, you could be talking with people who want to always misunderstand you no matter what, right? That's what I feel here as well. So you want to be around friends who are happy when you finish your degree. You want to be around friends that are happy when you get more money. So I also sense that you're walking away from people who were once close to you, but they're not giving you the support that you need. So you're kind of supporting yourself, and you're fine with that until you do find the right people once again. Once you finalize all this, the reflection, the final moves, finally being able to say, okay, I'm closing it all out. With Firefly Wonder, there is a sense of joy, being uplifted because of what you're going to access. You don't have to dread connecting with certain people because they're not there now. You don't have to dread what's next because you trust yourself that whether it's good or bad, you're smart enough to handle it. You're capable enough to handle it because you believe in yourself to see what is next and not give up or not want to revert to an old version of yourself, the old past, old connections, old support. When things are getting tough, you're finding new connections, new support. That's a big thing for you. So I'm going to close out your reading with some Astro Dice and see what else wants to come out. Okay, we have Saturn, Capricorn, second house, and once again, Capricorn. So yeah, Capricorn is all about being disciplined, hardworking, kind of like boss energy, right? Someone who gets things done, someone who plans, as a leader, always having a million things going on. So you guys are becoming more serious and more responsible. Also, don't take offense to this. I'm not saying you're immature right now, regardless of your age, right? But you're becoming more of like adult energy, right? So this could be, no matter your age, you're becoming an adult in the sense of being way more responsible, being way more serious about things, being more analytical when it comes to long-term thinking. Again, no matter your age, and it doesn't mean you're immature right now. This is an area you're growing rapidly and a lot more compared to before. So this is also why you are changing. That's why you're leaving things behind, because you're starting to develop a stronger sense of your self-worth, self-respect. So you could be no longer tolerating people who were not valuing you or putting you down, people who were unfairly giving you criticism. This also could be leaving behind situations that like trigger bad things, like something I thought of. This isn't for everyone, but for some of you, it definitely will apply. If you have a good friend that you like, but when you're around them, it triggers like alcoholism or something like that, right? Like this could be situations that aren't good for you, even though you love the people or you did love them at some point. It could be bad for you, so you have to let go of it. Okay, because you're thinking of your long-term future or even their long-term future, right? It could be something like that. But I do sense this is also being more focused on your finances as well, your financial health, and taking the steps to make sure you're stable, you're secure. This is also becoming more of an adult or more mature in the way of you're caring about your stability. Like, do I have enough money in the bank today? I'll eat rice and beans instead of getting takeout. Like, it's kind of like being really careful, frugal, and this can sometimes make it so people don't think you're as fun or they don't understand you. So you're trying to grow in finances. You're becoming more serious overall for your life to be healthy, for it to be beneficial for you. And that also could be why you're outgrowing people, because they could be wanting you to stay in the same place instead of respecting what you're trying to do. But that is what I see here for you, group number 1. I hope you like this reading. I hope it has helped you in some way. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose the flower here with your cards. We have 2 of Cups, 5 of Wands, the Tower, 10 of Pentacles, and Death. So what I see here for what and how are you changing with the 2 of Cups, 5 of Wands, instantly here I see there could be this sense of like you're sick of fighting with people. You're sick of trying to get your point of view seen, your point across. Maybe it's like you're talking to someone, but it's like talking to a wall. They don't listen, they're not listening, they don't understand, they don't get it. So I see this sense of not wasting energy anymore. You're deciding to be more careful about who you spend your time with, where you're spending your time, and you're becoming more selective. And you're also becoming less combative. And what I mean by that is you're not going to argue with someone if you know they're this type of person. You're like, I'm gonna save my breath and use it for something more important. So I'm gonna walk away from this. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to defend myself, but I'm not wasting time on BS. That's what I feel here. You're walking away from conflicts, difficulty, people who are unwilling, and you're deciding, okay, where can I willingly find people who want to connect, who want to communicate? We don't always have to agree, but can we have a conversation? Can I get someone to reciprocate here? That's what I feel. So good for you, honestly. This can be hard because maybe this is our friends or family or, people we have to work with. So that can be hard to do because of emotional attachments, or, you might not want to be the person causing conflict yourself. But something has to give here, and that's what is giving. You're done wasting your time, so you're going to start finding people by their responses, the way they're acting, and seeing, okay, is this person willing to have a conversation? Is this person willing to dive in deeper? And if they're not, that's not my people. I'm going to walk away. So you're going to be spending more of your time finding connections where you could build legacy, as in finding a romantic relationship where if you want a family, that person also wants a family, and they want to, get a house, apartment, whatever lifestyle you want. You're both trying to find that out, get what you want, get what they want, and build that life, right? Or this could be like finding friends, having that found family, right? Choosing people who, even if you're not related to them by blood, they're family in the sense of you went through the same things. They're willing to talk to you and see your point of view, even if they might have a different perspective themselves. They're just not going to instantly shoot you down. Someone who's intellectually stimulating and helpful for you. A real connection. So you're going to be finding a family of some sorts, whether that's creating your own family, your found family. This could even be connecting with animals too. Some sort of family you're finding. This also could be breaking away from family right now. So you could be breaking away from family who is causing conflicts and difficulty for you. You could be breaking away from expectations that you do not want to follow because they hurt you, they don't match the lifestyle you want to live, or they're against you entirely and you can't live up to them because that would hurt your integrity. The Tower, 5 of Wands, big conflict, right? So breaking away from these people, the Tower. I also think of Rapunzel, right? That story, the girl in the tower, she lets down her long hair. She's trapped in this tower, right? So you're moving away from things that are trapping you in certain circumstances or limiting you, especially with relationships. That's a big focus of what is changing for you. Relationships, the way you approach them, and who you spend time with. And 10 of Pentacles and Death here, these two cards, these are nice to see together because it's like change through how you're building your life, who you're spending time with, right? Like there's that quote, the 5 people you spend the most time with, they influence your life, right? Something like that. So that's what I feel here for you. So you're trying to be around people who are not going to shut you down because you're not living up to their expectations of how you should live, or family that wants you to be a doctor or something like that when you want to do hair or be an artist or whatever. So this is leaving limitations in that way. So I'm going to shuffle some more cards and see what else comes out. Okay, with these cards here, we have Mystery, Embrace the Unknown, Hunter, Stay with the Process, and I'll get to these in 1 second. But I also see here you're becoming more comfortable too with not knowing everything. So maybe you are really close with that family, even though they have strict expectations, or you were close with those people who always want to fight, who always want to disagree, or that limiting conversation, people not listening to you, not understanding your perspective. So even if you care about those people, this is like being okay with them not being around. Even if they do bad things, there's still good things they might do that you could miss or want. And this is saying that you will be okay anyway. So there is mystery with leaving this, and that's why even if you're done, it could be difficult. There is mystery too that is beneficial. So even if you don't know everything, that's good, because at least it's not a conflict all the time. Even if you don't know what you're going to do next or choose next, you at least know, hey, I don't have to deal with this conflict. I can walk away and find other people. And if they do the same thing, once again, I can walk away and find that found family that will understand me, or at least try to understand me, even if we don't always see eye to eye. And that's better, right? So like something might also seem mysterious, but once you do it more, it won't be so strange. Okay? And with Hunter, it says stay with the process. Yeah, so don't go back on this if you feel this way. You're feeling that way for a reason. I also feel Hunter is keep going after what you want. So if there's a certain goal or dream of yours, keep chasing it. If there is connections that you want, you have a certain standard, or you want those people to build that legacy with, that connection, that community, stay with that process even if you don't find it at first. It could take a while. Even if you're alone for a while, that's fine too. That could be part of your journey to discover more about yourself. Or that could even put you on the path to doing something that connects you to the right people, even if you don't find them immediately. So there's a big focus of you just dealing with relationships and how you connect with people, how they connect with you, and you're processing, your own feelings with that, and you're starting to understand other people as well. Maybe you're doing certain things, right? Because of the people in conflict a lot, you could have to deprogram yourself from what you learned from those people. So if you were talking to people who didn't even listen to you, you might not even say anything sometimes with new people because you learned that your voice wasn't important. So you're relearning, okay, with these new people, I can do that. I can try to speak up again. It's okay. It's not the same people. It's not the same thing. So you have to relearn certain things too, and that's what you're also doing. So you're healing bad habits or behaviors that helped you survive and transforming them to be something else to help you now, who you're becoming, who you're transforming into. With have faith in your dreams, yeah, there's something you have to take a chance on in your life. So please don't be scared, even if things aren't always known. It's a mystery. you feel like you don't have the support, because here it says, yeah, have faith in your dreams, dice, chance, taking a gamble, a risk at something. You can't win that jackpot unless you roll those dice in, say what you're going to bet or whatever. This is what it's saying here. Take a chance on life. Take a chance. Do something. And we have power lines energy, needing the motivation to do so. So you're going to be seeing how when you take a chance on you, when you go after the things you're thinking about, what you're doing, even if you don't have that support, you're relearning how to live and you're learning how to find that support. So it will work out for you. So it will be better for you. Okay? That is how you're changing. You're going to be a big support for yourself, find new support, and start understanding how you can go after what you want, even if you're not matching a certain expectation or standard. If it's what you like, that is good enough. So I'm going to close out the reading with some astro dice. Okay, so here we have 3rd house, Sagittarius, Venus. So this is actually a really good placement for your social relationships. So these changes you're going to be going through, dealing with, this is all leading for you to have a better social life, as I explained. There's also this sense of liking being more independent in some ways by doing your own thing, thinking your own thing, finding people who are in different communities and connecting with them, talking to many different people to find who makes sense to you. And even if it's a little different, sometimes we have those connections with people different from us, but we still like it. It still helps us. So you're not opposed to different ideas or people. You like that, but you want to be heard. You want to be seen, and that's okay. That makes sense. So you're going to be finding that, but also I think you're going to be able to find people, and you're going to do this by yourself as well. With Sagittarius, this is like being crazy, fun, out there in a good way, okay? We need these people to shake things up and make things fun. So you are going to be like Sagittarius, that really crazy personality who loves to do things on their own, who likes no schedule, likes a lot of freedom to do whatever they want. So you're going to be embracing the parts of you that are a little bit more eccentric, a little bit more different, bold. Those characteristics, I feel like you always have them, but you maybe had to suppress them. So you're going to be able to be more free with your expression, connect with people of all different types, and see improvements with your social life. Even though there is some challenge there, this is all for your benefit at the end. So I hope this reading has helped you in some way, group number 2. I hope you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose Betty Boop here. And for your tarot, we have 9 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and 4 of Cups. So for what I see, for what and how are you changing, is I think you guys are going to be caring less. And I know that might sound strange, but you're going to be letting go of expectations. You are going to be letting go of caring so much to the point it could hurt you, right? Or give you a lot of worry, anxiety, even make you feel sick at times. So you are letting go of caring too much and letting things unfold naturally. If something works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That is going to be the mentality you're having going forward, so that your health improves, so that you feel less stressed. I also see big improvements in the way you treat yourself. So you guys could be one of those people who works a lot or works really hard, and you forget to eat your lunch, or you even skip your lunch or work during your lunch, right? Stuff like that. So this is saying like you're not going to be doing that as much. You're going to give yourself that time to just eat, replenish your energy. You need to do that so that you can continue to work or do things at a level that is high quality, right? You don't want to be draining yourself to the point it hurts you or takes away your own time to recover so that you can keep doing those things. So this is making sure you're taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, treating yourself like a human, not a robot. You're not AI. So you have to take care of yourself in order to be healthy, to be rested, to do the things you want. And you are going to be moving in this energy of doing it. Taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, giving yourself the time you need to at least eat. Don't forget to eat, okay? Write it down. Give yourself an alarm so it says, hey, go eat lunch. That's basic, right? Food, water, sleep. Make sure you get enough hours of sleep. Don't be staying up too late, scrolling on your phone. You could be using social media less as well. Maybe you're stressed because of what you see on social media, and a message coming here too is a lot of what you see on social media can be fake or curated, even if it's nice. Of course, some things are real, some things are genuine, but a lot of people fake things just for a good shot, a good video, or they only post the good things happening in their life, not what isn't working. So don't compare yourself either. So you're moving away from these bad habits of comparing yourself, not taking care of yourself, and not caring so much that you're so stressed and spreading yourself too thin. So you're going to be giving yourself better treatment, being more generous to yourself too with the Six of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. You are taking care of your emotional health as well. Not only physical, like your physical needs like food and rest, you are also doing it mentally. What are you mentally feeding yourself or taking in? Are you watching things that make you feel scared and drained? Sometimes people, they watch too many crime shows, right? And because obviously like the content is talking about like real cases, real people, so that can be emotionally upsetting. So you can't watch stuff like that too much because that can affect your mental health, right? Like walking away from stuff like that is what you are doing. And with Four of Cups too, this Four of Swords, lots of rest and rejuvenating for yourself. Go on a spa day, even if it's just at home, even if you're in your car or wherever you are, just sit there 5 minutes and don't do anything. Rest, just breathe. Something for yourself. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else comes through. Okay, here we have cautious, beware of dogs, exposed, time to come clean, and I'll get to these cards in a second. And with this card here, it makes me think of caution, of course, but like that's being slower, taking your time. So you also have to approach your schedule with caution. Take your time, don't rush. If you rush, you could miss some important details that could hurt you later on, right? Check over things and take your time. Don't rush. That's where mistakes happen, okay? Every time mistakes happen when you rush. So look over something and take your time to make sure you have the best possible outcome and you cut that stress down. You could be needing to be cautious as in being more slow as you go about your day-to-day, your work, taking care of your family, friends, yourself. You need this time so that you don't burn yourself out, or you can recover from previously being burned out, still going through that. You need to rest in some way. And in this guidebook for this card, it says, what about this situation is really dangerous? And what am I just making up based only on some past experience? So you also could be someone who was taught not to rest, like resting is bad. You can't rest. So I'm telling you this right now. The universe is telling you this right now. You can rest. You're allowed to rest. That's not a sin to want to rest and recover, especially if you've been working like how you've been working. Give yourself time, because if you don't do this, your body eventually catches up to you and makes it so you have to rest, either through, health issues, illness. That can happen if you don't rest. And I know sometimes that's easier said than done. Sometimes we don't have enough support. There could be many reasons why, but you need to take any time you can to recover your health, recover yourself. Also with beware of dogs, cats usually don't like dogs. Some do, of course, like they can get along, but there's a lot of cats that don't like dogs. So this makes me think of watch out for someone who could be messing around. I always have this message come up in readings and I don't like it. There's always someone who can't mind their business and is trying to mess up other people's schedules and lives. So there's someone here, it says, exposed, time to come clean. You could catch someone who, like, you're a cat, they're a cat, but they're really a dog. A wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Someone's pretending to be a friend. Someone's pretending to be like you or trying to get on your good side, but this person could be exposed for not being a decent person, or you could catch someone in a lie. So just be careful of people who are too cozy right off the bat, especially if you're connecting with new people. Be careful of someone who is overly asking questions. Like, some people ask questions and it feels like you're being investigated, right? Obviously, some people just might be a little awkward. I'm not talking about something like that. I'm talking about someone you feel this vibe of, okay, this is suspicious. This person's not a friend. There could be someone wanting to connect with you who you need space from. And then we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse, infinity, unlimited potential. So you guys, once you learn the value of slowing down and taking care of yourself more, this could even be doing more with your hair, your looks, whether you're a girl or guy, it does not matter. If you take care of yourself, like appearance wise, like you take that shower when you need to, you wash your hair when you need to, you do the skincare, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, when you do that, you're going to feel better because you're investing in yourself. You're doing a ritual for yourself, right? So it kind of tricks your mind into thinking, okay, this is relaxing. Oh, I look better. I feel better, right? Because you're doing something related to yourself. That's why it's like a self-care. So this is also going to help you feel like you deserve more opportunities. Feel like you're good as is, right? Because you're investing in yourself. That can help you build up that confidence. And it's not just about looks, even though it's related to looks. It's about the way you feel as well. I want to be clear about that. It's not just, oh, I want to superficially look good. This is making sure you feel comfortable, like, to show yourself. You feel like you look good enough to show yourself and you feel confident. Like, it's not just about the outer appearance, even though it relates to that. It's like you want to feel healthy and you want people to see you and not disrespect you or treat you different, right? You have unlimited potential. When you take care of yourself, it improves everything for you, okay? And not just looks-wise, your personality too knows when you took that shower when you're supposed to, you slept 8 hours, to everyone looks and feels better when they do that. That's what I'm saying here. You have so much potential you have not released yet. So another big thing happening for you is you are going to be realizing, okay, what do I want to do next? So you have to sit down, paper and pen, and write down what change do you want to see in your life. This is quite open-ended for you. Okay, so other than what I already went on about in this reading, you need to decide after this, when you do feel more comfortable, when you do have more energy, what and where do you want to spend that energy? Is it on love? Is it on, career and money, travel? What do you want to do with that energy? Spending more time with your kids if you have them, your family. What do you want to do? Please plan this, because it says there's unlimited possibilities here. You can do many of these things, but you need to take care of yourself before anything else is possible. So this can be blocked if you don't do this, okay? So to close out the reading, I'm going to shuffle some astro dice and see what last message wants to come through. Interesting placement. We have Moon, Aquarius, 10th house. So Aquarius likes unique ideas, innovation, right? Something different. So you guys could have that skill and talent. And I know I said this is going to be something you decide on your own, right? But this is a hint to this because we got another message that the 10th house, your reputation, public image, that could be why the skincare and all that self-care stuff came through. That's going to be something that is highlighted. So you could get attention, okay, with your unique ability, unique talent. You could have ideas that challenge the status quo. You could want to do humanitarian work because that also is what Aquarius likes to do. And with the moon, I think of like highlighting issues in society, highlighting what is wrong. This could also be your unique skills and talents aren't being used in the workplace. Maybe switching your job or career so you're less burned out if this is related to a job that doesn't allow you to take care of yourself because you have to work so much. Finding a new job that allows this, but also allows your skills to shine through and be valued. That could be an area of life you're changing when you get more energy and you rest more. But I also see this as you could get more attention in general because you're putting more time in yourself. And then the 10th house, your career, your reputation, you're starting to be seen more in these areas because you look more rested. You're saying things more clearly because you're not struggling with brain fog because you're so tired. So you are going to be having a lot more gifts related to the 10th house. Maybe look up your own birth chart and see if you have any placements there that are notable. That could also help you. But I can't give that message here because each person's birth chart is different. But this is definitely something for your career, reputation. You are going to shine through with your uniqueness, individuality, and willingness to help others through humanitarian efforts. So that was your reading group number 3. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you liked the video, like it, of course. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope this reading has helped you in some way. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.